Packing for Universal Orlando seems easy until you're walking into the parks and realize you forgot a key item you need for your day. By then, it's too late, and after multiple trips to the Universal theme parks, I keep seeing the same packing mistakes that's costing guests time, money, and comfort. To help you out, I wanted to share 9 Universal Orlando packing mistakes to avoid for your upcoming trip. And tip number 9 is guaranteed going to be something that's going to help save money during your visit, so let's go ahead and get on into it. The first 3 items are going to relate to the apparel and bags you're packing for your Universal Orlando trip. And the first and biggest mistake I see guests make are wearing the wrong shoes during the trip. The shoes you decide to wear are literally going to carry you throughout your vacation, so it's important that you're choosing options that are already broken in, you know are comfortable, and if possible, bringing at least 2 pairs so that way you can switch it up during your trip to give your feet a different feel. I of course have some suggestions for you, but if you have shoes that are broken in and you know are comfortable, add them to your packing list. If you have high arches or are looking for a supportive pair of tennis shoes, I would recommend checking out Kuru footwear. These are the tennis shoes that I wear for practically every visit. They have high arch support, they are very lightweight and comfortable to walk around for the entire day, and I do like them in case they do get wet. They dry relatively easily, that I can dry them overnight, or if I go on a water ride, I don't have to worry about it too much. The other shoes are a little unconventional. You may have seen me talk about them before. These are the Croc wedges. I absolutely love these for Universal Orlando because they do have a little bit more water rides than Disney World if you've ever been there before. I also like them because they have straps on the back, so if you are more of a fan of a sandal style shoe, these are supportive, and they also will stay strapped on your feet in case you go on a roller coaster or any ride that is spinning you around. You don't have to worry about losing your shoes. The only other essential you will want to have if you're wearing any type of sandal like this is some type of anti-chafe stick that you can rub around the strap portions, so that way it helps avoid blisters whenever you're walking around during the day. I'm not being dramatic when I say that I literally see guests limping out of the theme park after the day, or whenever I'm waiting in lines, I hear people talk about how bad their feet hurt. It is essential that you are packing comfortable shoes. Going along with shoes are guests wearing the wrong theme park outfits. Yes, I'm saying they're wearing the wrong things, but in terms of comfort, they're wearing the wrong outfit articles. Like it goes with shoes, I always like choosing outfit articles that are lightweight, breathable, can dry easily in case they get wet. Again, going on with the water rides, but it's not uncommon for a rain shower to pop up midday, so if your clothing does get wet, you don't want to wear anything that feels damp or is not drying easily. The Florida heat is no joke too, so if you're wearing a t-shirt or some type of shorts that just feel like they are holding your heat in, you don't want to feel like you aren't wearing breathable items. So that is one thing that I recommend when you're choosing the material of the clothing you're wearing. Make sure it is lightweight and breathable. These are some personal recommendations that I have. I do burn very easily, and you will be exposed to a lot of sun during your day, so I do like wearing some type of t-shirt. I always like to find ways to pair style and comfort, and there is ways that you can do that. There's so many different Universal t-shirts that you can get from Target, Walmart, online. You don't necessarily have to purchase them inside of the park, so I do like to go for some type of graphic tee paired with a skirt or some type of athletic shorts. But if there is only one outfit that I could wear for the rest of my life to a theme park, this is absolutely what it would be. I would either pair the Croc wedges or the Kuru Atom 2s with a outfit that has a tank top from the brand Kalia. You can get this at Dick's Sporting Goods. Sometimes we go to Going Gone and we find them there. But it's a nice spandex lightweight tank top that actually has a built-in bra. It comes in multiple different colors. I absolutely love this tank top. And then I do like pairing it with a pair of flowy athletic shorts that actually have flowy pockets on the sides. There are Free People versions that you can get of this, or there is a dupe version that is on Amazon. I love that they come in multiple different colors, so you can pair them with multiple different outfits. The material is very lightweight for both of them, that if you go on a water ride, you don't have to worry about your outfit being soaked the entire day. Little personal experience, whenever I was at Epic Universe and we went on Fire Drill, that is the water ride, and I had the wrong thinking that I would not get wet at all, but my entire shorts got soaked, and I was so happy to be able to walk around and know that those shorts are breathable and lightweight, that they will dry very easily. I don't have a dedicated Universal Orlando outfits video. If you would like to see something like that, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, but I do have an outfit video for outfits that I have worn to Disney World. They are Disney themed, but all of the articles can be paired in a different Universal way. If you look up Universal versions, you can check out that video in the description bar below. I do like to avoid anything denim. That feels very restrictive, and of course, whenever it gets wet, that does not dry as easily as spandex or any lightweight material. well. And the last item you want to think about in terms of apparel or bags are the thing that I love talking about the most and something guests wish they knew before visiting Universal Orlando, and that's packing the right theme park bag. This is actually more important of an issue than you would think it is, and I unknowingly went into the Universal theme parks my very first visit by bringing a backpack. I actually got lucky with the bag that I brought, because the thing you'll want to note is whenever you're riding certain rides, especially at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, they have smaller size ride lockers that you need to use to store all of your bags and belongings. There is one catch that we will get to, but in terms of these ride lockers, they are very narrow but very deep, so they can fit a lot lengthwise but not necessarily height-wise, which is why you will want to think about backpacks or bags that are very skinny that can slide right into these lockers. At those parks, if you do need to use a larger locker to store your bags and belongings, it is a cost of $3 per times that you are using the ride lockers. I ended up bringing a slimmer sized backpack my very first visit, so I could avoid that, but there are a lot of guests that are bringing a lot larger size backpacks and end up having to pay that $3 fee. Epic Universe is a little bit more of an exception because they do have larger size ride lockers, so you can get away with using a bigger size bag. Let's talk about some bag suggestions that I have for you. Loungeflies are my favorite bags in terms of backpacks to wear to the Universal theme parks. I like bringing a lot of items with me during the day since I am creating content and I like to have essentials on hand to save money and keep me comfortable in the parks. We will get to some of the most important things that you should bring. I would recommend coming up with a bag that does not have a front pocket. I do share this a lot of times and people in the comments are saying, I use one that has a front pocket, which is completely fine. You can use that as long as it is able to squish down and kind of shove into the ride locker. The reason why I don't like doing that with Loungeflies is because of the nature of the material. It can scratch very easily. So having one that doesn't have the front pocket is very easy to just slip in and not have to worry about damaging the bag at all. This is the Honeydukes bag that I use all the time in the Universal theme parks. You can get a lot of different Loungeflies that are different themes for the different lands and characters that are around the Universal parks. They also have one that is the Hogwarts Castle, which is very easy to slip inside of the ride lockers, and I absolutely love both of them for both of the Harry Potter lands that you can visit. But if you aren't wanting to use a backpack and wanting to use some type of more convenient option that actually can go on the Universal Orlando rides, if you don't have a lot of items to bring, I do recommend using some type of fanny pack style bag. This is a bag from Freshly Picked, and I love their park pack. I love it because it's very secure. It has a flap over the top, but it also has a zippered pouch that has pockets on the inside, but it's secure, and I know that none of my items will fall out whenever I'm walking around. But this is a bag that I was allowed to bring on select rides. All I would do is go up to the team members outside of the ride and ask if this was able to be brought on. As long as it's a sling style bag or a crossbody, it seems to be okay to be brought onto the rides. But also the North Face field bag is a perfect size park pack that sits across the front of you and can go on the rides as well. So all up to personal preference. Now we have to talk about three things in items that I don't see people talk about a lot, and that's in terms of items that you should be bringing with you to the hotel that you're staying at. I know everybody likes to talk about what you should use inside of the parks, but in terms of your hotel stay and getting to the hotel, the first thing I want to talk about is whenever you're traveling to Universal Orlando, if you are flying or driving and you want a bag that is going to hold a lot of items for you, I can absolutely not recommend a travel backpack enough. I travel very uniquely to the Universal Orlando theme parks. I travel on budget airlines where I only get a personal item to fly with, and these travel backpacks have been perfect for me. But I like this because it's the exact size of the personal item sizing that you need for the budget airlines that you're flying on. Even if you aren't flying on budget airlines, I do like using the travel backpack for your item that'll go underneath the seat, because it's just a little hack that gets you to be able to pack so much more than just a smaller size backpack. There are so many different styles of these bags that you can get. They have a wet pouch, they have mesh pouches, they also open up like a suitcase. So essentially it's like a suitcase on your back. A little travel hack that I did want to share with you if you are traveling this way or just wanting to unlock some extra space in your luggage, if you're bringing a park bag like a Loungefly or anything that is bigger heavier and bulkier, make sure that you are using these like packing cubes. I pack all of my clothes, all of my essentials inside of my Loungefly bags, use them as packing cubes, and I actually pack them on top of each other, and they fit perfectly inside of the travel backpack, and that's the way I am able to travel down with just budget airlines and just a travel backpack. The other thing I know not a lot of people think about, because I get comments on it, are your sleeping conditions inside of either the Universal Hotel or the other hotel you'll be staying at. The thing that I have started to like to bring are earplugs, because you never know who your Universal neighbor is going to be. They do have adjoining doors, and sometimes noise gets through those doors. You never know if somebody's going to be running up and down the hallway or upstairs above you. A lot of the hotels have hardwood floors, so if anything falls, it can be very loud and noisy. That is why I've started bringing just these soft earplugs. There's so many different types that you can bring. There's more form-fitting ones that I've used during the Halloween Horror Nights, but these are just very soft ones. You can bring multiple of them and just leave them in your backpack and use them at night. And another thing that I have gotten comments about, people like to bring the little travel size noise machines. Those are a huge unlock, especially if you are used to using noise machines whenever you're sleeping at home. It can kind of bring a little bit of home to your Universal hotel in case you have noisy neighbors or you are not used to those sleeping conditions. Can't describe enough how exhausted you'll be by the end of the day at your Universal vacation. It's not uncommon for you to do anywhere from 8 to 12 miles a day. So whenever I get back to the hotel, I want to be able to get unready as quick as possible so I can get in bed and get ready for the next day. The thing that I have found that I absolutely love in terms of getting any makeup off or sunscreen are these makeup eraser wipes. The fun thing is they do have different styles that you can get. So I have seen they have minion ones if you wanted a different version for Universal Orlando. These are the Villains collection that they have. But the unique thing about these is all it needs is water to take off any makeup that you have on your face. It has a soft side and then a more coarse side for getting off your makeup and kind of exfoliating. I have shared before, and maybe you've seen about makeup, like I usually deal with the mascara lines underneath my eyes whenever I am getting unready for the day, and I would bring makeup remover and try to remove it and everything, but it has been so helpful to just have these little makeup eraser wipes. And the nice thing about it is you can actually just throw these in your washing machine and they wash completely clean, and you're able to reuse them for another day or another trip. Now it's time, let's talk 3 park items that are non-negotiable and you should have in your park bag. The first thing is rain gear, especially if you're going at the beginning or the end of summer. It is not uncommon for a rain shower to pop up midday, especially at Epic Universe. There's very little shade and you will want to have some type of rain gear that you can continue to go around the park and enjoy your day at instead of getting stuck in a gift shop. This will also be twice, if not 3 times the price if you decide to buy it inside of the Universal theme park. So I always bring some type of umbrella, and guests do like to use the rain ponchos instead. I usually don't like to use those only because after I use them, they usually are pretty wet to go back in your park bag. So that's why I like using an umbrella instead. A little hack that I've done is if I am using it and it gets wet and then it stops raining, I end up going in some type of gift shop and asking for a Universal plastic bag that I can put this in and then inside of my bag so nothing's getting wet on the inside. The umbrella I am specifically holding is actually a solar umbrella, and I've been talking about this a lot recently because it has been a huge unlock for me whenever I'm going around the Universal parks. It's not only helpful whenever you are in a rainstorm, but it's also helpful whenever it's completely sunny outside because it does have a UV layer underneath it. I have gotten a ton of comments from people saying, what in the world is a solar umbrella? That's what this is right here. It is small, compact, very inexpensive as an essential to add to your packing list. It fits inside of your park bag, whether you have a Loungefly or if you have a fanny pack style bag. Fits, and it's something you're going to be so happy that you have on hand with you so you can continue around during the day, not have to worry about the rain, and you can eliminate the sun exposure that you have whenever you're waiting in line for an unopened line. It feels a little unnatural walking around with umbrella whenever it's completely sunny outside, but your skin will thank you. I know you'll want to be on vacation. Some people like to be unplugged. Unfortunately, your phone is going to be a key essential that you need during your trip, and for that reason, you'll want to keep it charged. You'll want to have the Universal Orlando app downloaded on your phone because you can make mobile ordering, you can make dining reservations, check the park map, and wait times. So you want to make sure that you have this and it's not dead for your visit. For that reason, a portable charger is essential. The one that I've started using, because there are so many different types that you can use, is just a MagSafe one. If I had a preference, it would be one that already has the cords built in. This is the only thing that I've ever lost on any of my theme park visits is my portable charger. I had a white one that had all of the cords built in. It was so convenient because I could charge my phone, I could charge my external camera. But if you're someone who only has your phone and that's the only thing you need to charge during the day, a MagSafe one is going to be a perfect portable charger for you. That's easy. It just snaps onto the back of your phone and you can continue to go around and use it during your day, but know that your phone's going to be charged. And I mentioned that the 9th item is guaranteed to save you money during your visits. That's packing your hydration essentials like a water bottle, and we'll get to some other items, but I can't recommend enough packing a water bottle for your day. The thing I appreciate about the Universal parks that is a little bit different from Disney is they have these Coca-Cola freestyle machines that give out ice cold water. So instead of going and purchasing $4 to $6 bottles of separate water throughout your day, you can just have a water bottle on hand with you to use and refill and save that money. Of course, there's so many different types, and you probably have an Owala, a Stanley, different types of water bottles, but one that I like to use is a stainless steel one from the Brita brand. This is actually a recommendation that I've gotten from the comment section. People like using this because it actually has its own built-in filtered straw that filters out the water. Sometimes the Florida water does have a different taste that people don't necessarily like, or I will honestly just use a plastic water bottle. And in those ones, I do like packing liquid IV to have during the day to supplement my hydration. You can get Powerade and sports drinks inside of the park, but again, that's going to cost more. So that's why I like packing liquid IV or some type of hydration multiplier. Usually I just get these off of Amazon. I did want to share something that I've seen recently. If you go to Sam's Club or Costco, they do sell these in bulk, sometimes for a cheaper price, but usually I just get them off of Amazon since you can find a lot more flavors there than at Sam's Club and Costco. It's going to be a little bit more limited. So I always have at least one inside of my park bag that I can rehydrate somewhere throughout the park whenever I'm using the Coca-Cola freestyle machines. So those are 9 packing mistakes I hope I help you avoid for your upcoming trip that'll help save you time, money, and keep you comfortable during your visit. These are just the highlights and not the only things that you should be packing with you. If you want to see a full list of items I would not forget for a summer visit to Universal Orlando, you can check out this video right here to make sure your packing list is complete. Let me know if you've made any packing mistakes in the comment section below. I always love learning and hearing what you have to say. Enjoy your trip to Universal Orlando, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.